you very much, Eliza. Now, the TVB artists were down recently in KL for the UN Carnival, so it's really, really wonderful having them. Isn't she beautiful? Anyway, as I teased earlier on the show, we're having a little cooking demo, and we've actually got someone here who can teach us how to make Malaysian meals in less than 30 minutes. And she's here, right here, while you have a look at the book. She's here standing next to me. So we'd like to say a very good morning to Sara Khong. Welcome back to Bella.
Thank you.
How are you doing this morning?
Very good. Very excited to come.
What did you have for breakfast? I mean, you know, I like to ask people who cook that.
I have congee today since we'll be making it. So I had this with oyster.
How
and
nice
peanut.
to have you in the house. We get all these kind of fantastic meals.
Fast.
Fast as well. So okay, so you specialize in meals that that is quick.
Yes.
And easy to make. Why did you come up with that? And you know, why is that your niche?
I've always had home-cooked food at home, but when I moved out, I didn't have time and I didn't have the skills. So what I do is I eat out all the time.
Yeah.
And then it made a lot of difference to my health and my energy levels. And I felt that I must cook at home. But the thing is, I don't have time.
Okay.
Like just like everyone else, I have like a day job. And when I come home, I'm just so tired and have little time, but still I want home-cooked food. So that's how I devised all these ways to make cooking faster, using tools, using tips, using some hacks, and use really simple recipes and simplify it further.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can show you today.
I think that's what we all need, actually.
Yes.
Okay, so what are you making for us today? I saw you teasing on Instagram that you're going to be making some homemade fish paste for us. How do we do that?
So I bought tenggiri, and then the thing is, you ask your fishmonger to fillet it for you, so you don't have to do the work.
Oh,
all you need to
the bone's
do,
all gone already, lah.
Yes, you just have to scrape it, and you use a food processor.
Okay.
Yeah, you just have to scrape it, you put it in, and you season it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after a while, it'll become a paste. So what you can do is you can make into balls, or you can make into something like this, which I'll explain later.
Cool. Okay, let's see how it's done.
Okay, so it's
so
really,
you just scrape
easy.
off the flesh of the tenggiri.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's really, you just hold the tail like this.
Do you find you know, cooking food? Of course, you know. I mean, eating out can be quite expensive, even if you're eating for one. And sometimes you say, I'm cooking for one person only, you know, it's not worth it just cooking for one. But if you can cook some stuff like this, which is quick and fast, it's a lot more cheaper. Would you agree?
Definitely cheaper. So the other day, I made chicken rice for four.
Really? Is it in your book?
It's not in the book, but it's in my website.
Okay, I'm going to your website. I need to learn how to make chicken rice.
Yeah, so I made chicken rice with half a chicken, and I had steamed egg and vegetable soup, all homemade, very healthy. And I calculated the cost, and it's only about 12 ringgit.
Wow!
And the thing is, I
For how many?
For 4 person, actually there's extra. So I think if you're a small eater, like maybe 5 is also fine. There's extra food, we couldn't finish it.
Oh my! And how much is a plate of chicken rice out there? Maybe
6.
it depends where you go. Right? If you go to a coffee shop, it can be about maybe 6, 7 ringgit.
Yes.
If you do add-ons, but if you go to a nice cafe, it can be like 15, 16 ringgit.
And you're going to order water, and normally they charge you a lot on the water.
Absolutely. Yes. So we're talking about food expenditure here, and let's take a look at how much people spend in a day, a week, a month on food itself. Let's take a look. So that works out to be about 14,600 ringgit, which can, you know, buy you a Chanel bag. So please, please, please do not waste money on food if you want to buy that expensive handbag of yours. I'm not advocating for you to buy luxury stuff all the time, but just to give you a gauge, you know, on what and how much you're actually spending on food alone. So we're back here with Sara, and Sara's making for us some fish paste, homemade fish paste. She's just scraped off all the flesh of the ikan tenggiri, of the fish, and now she's put it in a food processor.
So what you need to do now is just to flavor it using very simple ingredients, pepper.
Okay.
Yeah, to give it taste.
Have you always enjoyed cooking?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I cook because I have to.
Your family, your mom cooks?
Yes, my mom cooks, and when I moved out, I really long for home-cooked food, and I believe that is very important for your health, whatever you want to do,
Absolutely.
whether you want to look good, whether you want to have be successful in your career, you need to be healthy to do that.
Absolutely.
So salt, and then use sea salt.
Yeah, why do you use, a lot of people use sea salt these days? What's the difference?
Sea salt is not table salt. It has nutrient in it. Okay. And then a lot of table salt, they are not truly salt. There's other things that's in it.
Ah,
yeah, things that's not
so
good
better
for your health.
use sea salt,
Yep.
yeah?
And sometimes you don't like the fishy smell, so you can put a bit of sesame oil.
Ooh, I love sesame oil.
And just to make it a little shiny and give it a little body, you can have
corn flour?
corn flour.
Okay.
And the thing is, when you eat out, they put a lot of
That
these.
was what I was just going to say. Normally, it's very, how do you say canal in English? It's very, it's
Springy.
Springy,
Yes.
that's right, you know.
So homemade ones not like
that's
that.
because it's got so much, you know, they use very little fish and more of the corn flour.
Yes, because they need to make a profit. So for 1 kg of tenggiri, it's about 25 ringgit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is about 25 ringgit?
A little bit more. It's 25 ringgit.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is maybe about 20.
Okay.
Or 18 or less, yeah.
Cool.
So what they need to do is they need to put a lot of filler and other things so that it looks like a lot, but actually it's not real
I see.
fish.
Okay.
So just process it. And after a while, it becomes a paste like this, just 2 minutes.
You don't need to add any water?
Yes. I will add throughout here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while you are processing it, then you
Yes.
just keep adding some water into it?
Yeah. So after that, you can put it in a bag.
Okay. Oh, and then you just cut it
Yes.
up.
Do you know why I do this?
Why?
Okay. So when it's frozen and you don't need the whole thing, you can just break it.
I see.
Yeah, you don't have to defrost the whole thing. Yeah, you can break it like that. And when it's out, you can just break it into smaller
And it's
pieces.
easy for you just to...
Yeah. So we'll check out
It's
the fish.
easy for you just to put it in a soup or whatever you're cooking it with, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, cool.
So yeah, it's almost done.
Okay. So you actually, you process it until it's super fine then?
Until it lumps together, and actually you can test it.
Okay.
What you do is you just bring a little of this, and you can put it into like boiling water. Is this boiling? Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
yes.
just put it in, and if you can on this, and when it's cooked, it will be floating, and you can make it into balls like this also.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so it is floating. There you have it.
Yeah, so you know that it's like really.
Oh, there you have it.
Fish.
Can camera have a look at we'll just show how it cooks. Really chapat anyway, right?
Yep.
When we talk about fish paste, there you have it. Okay, and then?
Yeah. And then you're done. This one, you can put it here or you can make it into balls.
So where's the ones which is already made?
This is already
Okay,
made.
so you either make it into a ball or into a paste.
I prefer to make it like this. And after you put it in a bag, you just do
Okay.
this, like with the chopstick.
Okay,
And after
wait,
that-
hang on. Let's have a camera have a closer look at the homemade fish paste and how you actually make it into, divide
Like
it into
pillows.
squares actually.
Yeah,
like little
so
pillows. There
like
you
this.
have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you put it into a freezer and when you take it out, right, there'll be lines here, and it'll be very easy for you to just break it out, break like a few, and put it into your congee or your noodles, or you can fry
Oh,
it.
yummy.
Yes, you don't have to defrost the whole thing.
Okay, cool. Now I think we're going to be continuing after this. You're going to be actually showing me how you make your congee, right?
Yes.
So we're going to be taking a short break, and this is what we have for you when we get back. So we're talking about saving money today, and if you do not want to buy, you know, very expensive home decor, you can always make it yourself. Now, speaking about making this, I was just going through Sarah's book, and I'm like, I want to do all these recipes on my own, and one of it which caught my attention was this congee that she's got in front of us with, she explained to me a bit about ingredients and everything. So Sarah, what's this particular dish all about? And, you know, it smells very mommy's kind of dish. Is it something mom taught you?
Yes, it is, and she likes to make congee when I'm not feeling well. It's very good for digestion. It's good for kids also, babies.
And it's such a comfort food,
yes,
right?
for me.
Okay.
And so what we have today is dried oyster and peanuts.
All right.
And the reason why I use this because it has a long shelf life.
Okay.
So even if you're very busy, you have no time to go to the supermarket and things that you have already bought.
Let's show the camera.
It's not so fresh anymore.
So we're talking about oysters and peanuts. If you can, yeah, there you have it. And it's easy. And you just store them in the fridge?
Yes.
Okay.
You can put it into the freezer, and actually the peanut, you can just put it outside in the pantry.
Okay.
Yep.
So you keep this because it will... And how long will it...
Emergency.
How long will it keep for?
Before it spoil, I've already finished it, but in this one, you can keep in the freezer for a very long time.
Okay.
Yes.
We're talking about a few months,
yes,
maybe?
few months.
Oh, fantastic. Easy then.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us how you make this wonderful congee of yours.
So,
What do you
thing
put in?
is, normally people think that congee takes a long time to make.
Because you boil and boil and boil, right?
Yes, and then you need to wait until it's like mushy and soft. So what I do to make the process faster is that I use tools like a pressure cooker. So it cuts cooking time by half. So this one, to make congee, maybe you will need like 20-30 minutes. And then to make it even like softer, what I do is, right, I like to put it in a bag.
Okay.
And then I freeze it. So when you freeze it...
so that's why it's a bit wet, because it just came out of your freezer.
Yes, actually it was frozen.
I see,
Yeah,
okay.
but it's hot. So when you freeze it, because of changes in the rice, so it crystallizes and it sort of break down. So when you cook it, it cooks faster than normal.
Ooh, I love
Yes.
these tricks of the trade.
And I came up with this because one day I was sick and I really wanted homemade congee. And I just didn't have the energy to walk to the kitchen and do it. So I thought that I can make something like this, like pre-pack. Why can't I pre-pack it?
Sure.
So I pre-pack this and I'll put it in the fridge. And when I'm busy or when I'm not feeling too well, so I'll just take this out. I'll take it out and then I just pour everything in.
Okay.
And I've got instructions here. 1.5 liter of water, 2 teaspoons of salt.
And that's all you need?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
After that, you can flavor with
So senang
soy
to
sauce.
make.
Yes.
Or sesame oil?
Sesame oil and pepper, we have it here.
And then you're just garnishing spring
It's
onions.
not really garnishing. It's good for you. It's tasty and it's green. Sort of like vegetables, right?
Absolutely. I'm liking your style here. It's
Another
easy.
trick is when it's done, and you don't have to chop it on the chopping board. You just have to wash it and you just cut it like that. So you don't have to it's
so you
easy.
need
You
to
don't have to
wash,
wash
like, so
something
many
else.
Things. I
Yeah.
completely get you, girl.
Yeah.
Completely.
See, that's my best friend
So
in the
congee is something very easy to make. And when you put it in the pressure cooker, how much water? Oh, you have it here, 1.5 liters of water. That's a lot of water. Just to get it boiled. And for how long is it?
About
pressure cooker?
20-30 minutes. Depends on how like soft and mushy you want it to be.
So you open it every now and then to check on it?
No, I
or-
don't. I just press a button and I'll go do my things. When I'm sick, I'll be resting. And then after a while, right, it'll be done.
Cool.
Yes.
And you also mentioned something you said, you know, because a lot of Malaysians, we love our petai, right?
Yes.
And I looked in one of the recipes, you've got sambal petai, and you said that's really easy to make.
Yes.
How do you make it?
So what you need to do is that you have to make the dried shrimp sambal. And what I like to do is I'll make a huge batch and then I'll store it in container.
Ah.
Yeah, so it's homemade, and then I can just use it to flavor anything. I can just dip it in cucumber, I can put it in rice, and you can make like a sambal kangkong, or for this book I have the petai one because I really like petai.
Yeah, I'm so gonna, can I have your book? I'm gonna ask you,
Definitely.
I'm shameless, I'm gonna ask you for your book because this is exactly what I need.
I think that's
cool.
what busy working people need.
Absolutely.
There's always time to cook at home if you know the tricks, and if you're willing to spend just a little time in the kitchen, it will make a big difference to your health.
And your wallets as well.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you very much, Sarah, for sharing all this with us. You know, you've whet my appetite now. But thank you very much, and we hope to see you back here again soon.
Definitely.
Have a great day. Okay, and that's all we have for today's show. We're talking about World Food Day, and if you actually missed it, you can always go to www.tonton.com.my. Don't forget to catch Belinda Chi on tomorrow's Bella Weekend. It's all about meow cats.